coming on here real quick before I have to pop on into my job. So super rapid, but I want to start another vlog. I'm gonna keep doing these until I just feel like I get more comfortable with them, and hopefully this can kind of help me get better at them, improve upon them, you know, practice. But I am just gonna start a vlog. I don't know if I'm just gonna do it for the weekend or if I'm gonna do it for a week. I still haven't decided yet, but I'm wanting to read a whole bunch of dark holiday romances. So, and I thought that would be fun to make a vlog of it and just kind of see like what all these dark holiday romances are about. So I'm gonna start. I think I've got 2 books titled He Sees You When You're Sleeping. I've got one by Alta Hensley that I'm going to start the audiobook for today, and then I have the ARC for the same title but by Kaslo Shire and Emily Antoinette, which is a monster romance version, which I'm super excited for. Like I said, I have the ARC for that, so I will hopefully start that today, probably after I get off of work and go back home, because usually at work I'm too busy to really do much reading. Even sometimes on my lunch break I can't really do a ton. So that is my plan. I'm super excited, and I will kind of bring you through my reading journey with all of these dark holiday romances. I unfortunately don't have a ton to update you on already. It is Friday evening. I worked today, didn't really get much reading in at work. I listened to a little bit of my audiobook of the Alta Hensley book that I started, the He Sees You When You're Sleeping, which I'm reading 2 of the same title, but I haven't read a ton of that. Honestly, so far it's been kind of boring. There's just this guy that he's like a firefighter, and he's obsessed and stalking this woman, and it's about how far, but I'm not far into it at all. And then this afternoon when I've been home, I mean, I ate dinner and I filmed my video for Sunday. I feel like I made the most rambly video, which, what else is new? So that'll go up before this video goes up, about problematic authors and ones I'm not supporting. So anyway, don't know how that's gonna go. But then I was going to start reading the other He Sees You When You're Sleeping book that I have, which is an ARC. It doesn't come out yet. I think it comes out on the 13th. So I don't remember exactly when I'm posting this video, but it comes out on the 13th. And I was going to start that one, which I may still start it at some point because I'm going to get ready and like kind of like wind down, go to bed. But I don't know if I'll go to sleep just yet. But I got distracted because I just watched this like 2-hour live that Sloane St. James did. I don't know if any of you were aware or followed along with like her story and what's going on. So Sloane St. James is a romance author. I read one of her books last month or the month before or something. Anyway, her husband went into like cardiac arrest on a cruise in Alaska and had a traumatic brain injury basically, and didn't know if he was going to survive. And now apparently he's like home with them, and you know, they're still going through like therapies and kind of struggling with certain things, but other things that it sounds like he's doing fantastic. It's one of those things that makes me like, I'm not a religious person. I don't really believe in any certain like religion, but I do feel like I'm a spiritual person, and it's just things like these stories like this that makes me believe. You know, and working in healthcare, working in a hospital, seeing things like this happen, that makes you believe in miracles, because his the fact that he survived and how many strides that he's taking so quickly is a complete miracle. So anyway, so I was watching her live of her just kind of talking about what exactly happened and the progression and where they're at now. There was like this really big auction that was done in their honor to kind of help them with different expenses, and so I wanted to watch that to kind of see how things were going for them. So that was very emotional watching that, and it was 2 hours, so that sucked up a good amount of my evening time. just seeing what was going on with that. So I will get back to reading and hopefully do much more reading tomorrow, since I don't really have too many plans for this weekend. I was wanting to kind of do maybe like a treat myself kind of weekend, and maybe like take myself on like a solo date or something, but my bank account is really, really low. I need a paycheck. I need another paycheck. And that's not going to happen until for another week. So I think it's going to be staying at home. I don't know, I may like drink some this weekend, or maybe like cook myself something, or maybe do like some sort of like spa thing for myself. I'm not really sure yet. I haven't really thought too much ahead on any of that, but yes, so that's where I'm at now. Do you ever have those days where you don't want to do Jack Diddley squat? Because that is how I'm feeling today. It is about noon. I made myself a bagel because I don't know, I'm hungry, but I'm not like crazy hungry. Like, I don't necessarily want like a full meal, you know? So sometimes this is just kind of like a go-to, just something quick to eat. Bagel and cream cheese. I really just want to stay in bed all day and read and not do anything, but I have so much laundry that I need to do, which technically I have all weekend, and Monday is a work from home day for me, and I don't have my kids until the afternoon on Monday. And so far my Monday like schedule doesn't look too busy, so I guess like I kind of sort of have like 3 days to get things done, but I figured it would be a good idea just to go ahead and at least start one load of laundry. I really need to do dishes and I don't know, but I am about 100 pages into the arc that I have, the He Sees You When You're Sleeping by Emily Antoinette and Cass O'Shire. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's definitely a darker book, and as I'm reading it, I just feel like people that like monster romances but also really like dark romances would really enjoy this one. Most of these two authors' books before now are more in the realm of like cozy monster romances and more like sweet monster romances, so I don't know how a lot of those readers are gonna feel, but I really enjoy dark romance, so I'm liking this one. It's about our female main character. She's basically isolated herself in this cabin in the woods because she got mugged in her past, and it's caused a lot of trauma for her, and she has these like panic attacks. Like, she doesn't want to leave, so I don't know if I think she's got a little bit of like agoraphobia too because of this thing that happened to her. And so then our male main character is her nightmare, and he comes to her every night and he has a mask because that's what her nightmare and her panic is about. But then things kind of take a turn, and they both have kind of a little bit of the hots for one another. So I'm very curious to see how things are going to go. I'm on a chapter right now where we're getting a little bit more insight with Seth, who is the nightmare, and learning a little bit more about him. And I don't know, I'm very fascinated. I'm very curious with this. Like I said, I'm about 100 pages into this. It is less than 300 pages, like just under 300 pages. So I really think I should be able to finish this today with potentially time to spare. However, I also need to work on some posts for TikTok and Instagram today, and I also need to edit my video and make sure that is up for Sunday, so that is available. And I don't know how much time all of that is going to take me, but even then I really feel like, since I don't really want to do a whole bunch of other house stuff today, I'm just in a very lazy mood. I feel like I should be able to get that book done and either make progress in the audiobook, the Alta Hensley audiobook that I started, or start another dark holiday romance, which I think I do already have one in my Kindle Unlimited that I checked out last year and then still haven't read it. So perfect opportunity to finally read it. But it's by Lux Oleander. I want to say it's like Slaying the Holidays or something along those lines. And I'm pretty sure that one is also either a shorter novel or it is a novella length book. So I don't think that'll take me too long to read either. So I'm hoping maybe I'll have a little bit of time to actually like start that one today as well. So those are my plans. I will update at some point. This dude is so unhinged and I love it. Apparently I don't know if he's specifically like a nightmare monster, but he like has been manifesting like in her dreams since she was a child. Not just like nightmares or bad dreams, but like good dreams too. So I don't know if he just like is kind of like a Sandman figure. Like he just like facilitates her dreams or like helps her dreams along. He apparently can also go to like other people's dreams, but he just prefers her dreams. And he's like upset that she's like stuck in this rut of having these nightmares and so scared to like do anything, and he just wants her to be happy. So he starts like decorating her house, which makes her panic even more. And there's like this neighbor that will like help her like get her groceries and just do all of these different things, and he seems on the surface like a nice guy, but she has this dog, and of course the dog loves the nightmare character, is very friendly with him when he shows up, when she isn't aware that he's showing up, but absolutely hates this neighbor. I'm like, of course. And I just feel like that should be like a sign to her that, you know, maybe there's something going on with this neighbor dude, right? Like, I don't know. I'm having a good time reading this one. I'm very curious to see where things are going to go, because it kind of talks about, like, I'm intrigued by Seth, our main character, because I want to know more about what he is, because it says he has a friend, like a Cupid friend, who is warning him like, hey, the more that you stay in the mortal realm, you might get stuck there. But he's also like trying to give him tips about like how to woo his woman, and Seth's just like, no, I'm just trying to help her have a happy dream, so I don't have to keep getting pulled into these nightmares, and because it's like warping him too and changing him. I don't know. It's very fascinating, I will say that. So I wanted to update on that, because it's cracking me up, but I'm ready for some more spicy stuff too, because it's been very delightful. He's trying to make her Christmas cookies to cheer her up. And then she wakes up and walks into her kitchen where he's making said cookies, freaks out, and stabs him. And then passes out. And meanwhile, her dog is just excited that her nightmare is there and wants him to play games with him and throw a toy for him. This is fabulous. Her neighbor dude is giving me the fucking creeps. He's not okay. There's something wrong with that dude. Hello, it is already almost noon. I don't know where today is going. Probably didn't help that I slept until 9, which I rarely do that. It's gonna suck the next coming days, because I have to wake up like really early during the week. So usually on the weekends, like the most I might sleep in is 8 maybe. So yeah, that was kind of a surprise this morning. If you can't tell, I already took a shower today. I'm feeling pretty good today. I finished He Sees You When You're Sleeping, the Cass O'Shire and Emily Antoinette one. That was really good. I really enjoyed it. It became like at the end when they're like doing more things together, like he's actually in our realm and not in the dream realm anymore, and they're like talking, like they are really cute and sweet together. So I'm probably gonna give that, I think, 4 stars. Really enjoyed it. It was super quick, super fun. My plan for today, so like I said, I just got out of the shower and did a little of like self-care me time, like one of those showers where like I was in there for so long that the water started to get cold. It was just so nice and relaxing, and I did took my mustache off because that needed to be done. So I just feel pretty good. I might do like a face mask or something later. We'll see how I'm feeling. I do plan on reading Slaying the Holidays. I just opened that up. It's a therapist and a serial killer have a romance, and it's only 140 pages, so I should be able to finish that in like a couple hours, I think. And then I'm gonna listen to He Sees You When You're Sleeping by Alda Hensley, the audiobook that I have, because I want to just try to do a little bit of like cleaning today if I can. I definitely need to wash dishes. I might try to like cook something too. I really need to clean off my kitchen table. Sorry, I keep turning around and then not realizing where the light is. I really need to clean off my kitchen table because I'm starting to get in the mood of I'm wanting to do a lot of like homemade gifts this year for Christmas for people. And I always want to make like cookies for everybody. So I'm gonna need more counter / table space to do all of that, and my kitchen table is like completely full. Like there's everything is on it, like it's totally full. I need to clean it. So I think that's going to be my plans for now, is just trying to get some stuff cleaned up and then getting back to reading. I also was thinking about maybe making some little like banana treats for my kids, because we've got a bunch of bananas that are starting to brown, and I don't like bananas, but my kids love them. But once they start getting brown, they won't eat them, and usually I end up doing like putting them in like muffins or whatnot, but I've got like several bananas that need to be used up, so I think I might try to make some sort of treat with those. Anyway, so that is my plans for now. What? Okay, I'm listening to this audiobook and it's another stalker. Sorry, I'm trying to get stuff ready because I'm just gonna make some treats out of these bananas. Yeah, so he is stalking her. He is a firefighter and he's been watching over her, and he's like obsessed with her because, you know, he's a stalker. We just got to a part where he didn't realize, but he's like watching her through her window, and she gets online and he finds out that she's a cam girl. But now they're like having kind of like a date, and she's talking to him about like how she lost her parents in a car accident, and so like the holidays are really hard for her. And he just admitted that he was on the scene of this accident, and that's how he first met her. And this was like a couple years ago that he first met her on the scene. He pulled her parents, you know, bodies out of the wreckage, because she's the only one that survived this crash. And he's like, and I've been watching over her ever since. And I'm like, what? Oh my goodness. Okay, I have like 3.5 hours left of this audio. I'm listening to it on 2 times speed. Maybe I can get it done today. I'm hoping I can get it done while I am doing all these treat things. and then I'll melt some chocolate and put some chocolate over these. My Aldi had something like these that I've bought for my kids several times, that my kids love these and devour them, and I was like, I can make this myself. Like, that would be so easy to make myself, and I have all these bananas that I need to use up. So win-win. I got a sweet treat for my kids, and it's a little bit healthier because of the peanut butter and it's bananas. So yay. So it's about 5:30. I just finished eating. I had a couple tacos and I am so full. But I've gotten a lot done today. A lot of cleaning done. I've listened a good chunk of the audiobook. I don't know that I'll be able to finish it tonight because I still have, I think, 2 hours left of it. And it's been good, but I don't know how I feel about this male main character because he is hiding a lot. Like, he keeps bringing up stuff that he's not supposed to know, and he's just like, I just don't know how things are gonna go when it finally comes out that he's been stalking her and like how long he's been stalking her for. But then she's got this other person, like she has this social media job with this jewelry company, and there's this guy that's been giving her the creeps and keeps wanting to like go out on a date with her, and she's thinking that he's stalking her. So I don't know if she's got two stalkers or what. So it's been interesting. And then I started very briefly before I got into, I filmed and posted a video to TikTok, but that actually, it was a long video and it took a while to upload. So that took up a good chunk of my time. And I still need to post my post for Instagram too, now that I'm thinking about it. But I just briefly started selling the holidays, which I will be able to finish that tonight. I'm gonna kind of slow down. I've got stuff, my banana stuff in the freezer, and I have just a little bit of, you know, putting them in like chocolate or whatever. So that won't take me too long. But anyway, so it's a novella, so things are going really quickly already. It's so crazy. I don't know what to think about it, which I've read some Beatrix Hollow books before, and I know how her writing style is, and I know her situations are like really ridiculous, and I think that's just kind of how she is. Like, it's just kind of kooky. But this guy sees a therapist and she tells him to get a hobby, and so he takes that as he can be a serial killer, and he ends up murdering her date. And it's been wild. It's been wild. Then after he murders her date, they're like in her date's car, and the police show up because it's really foggy, and they're knocking, and he makes it seem like they're like having a threesome in this car. It's wild. So I think I'm about like 20 or 30 pages into it. It's only 140 pages, so I basically only have 100 pages left to go. I will be able to get that done tonight, and I don't know that I'll be able to start anything else. It's been something, that's for sure. But I'm enjoying myself. So I'm about to get ready for bed. I am halfway through that novella. I thought I would read more, but I kept getting distracted with other things. But I think I should be able to finish it before I go to sleep tonight. It's weird. It's weird. I'm enjoying myself. Do I think this is going to be a 4 or 5 star? No, I do not. I'm currently probably sitting at like a 3.5. It's a fun time. He, her serial killer dude kidnaps her, sort of, and like forces her to get married to him because he's like, well, then you can't testify against me, you know, if the police get you for me killing all these people. And he's having a fun time killing people. And then she decides that, because she's a therapist, she decides that this is not good for his mental health. And so she decides to try to distract him from killing people by doing sexual things. It's ridiculous, but I'm enjoying it. But yes, I'm gonna get ready. It's actually kind of cold now, if you can believe that. Like, it should have already been kind of cold now that we're in November, but I live in the Midwest, and for whatever reason, it has still decided that it's going to be like warmer temperatures like this entire time. Like yesterday, I think it was in like the high 60s, low 70s. So tonight it's actually supposed to get below freezing, and I live in like, my bedroom is in this like upstairs kind of area, and it doesn't have very good, like the heat doesn't get up here. So I got a little heater, like a, what are they called? Space heaters. And I haven't turned it on yet, but I've actually been kind of cold in my house today. So I might try that tonight and keep me toasty warm. But yes, so I will finish that. I kind of want to read maybe like one more dark Christmas novella. I have to work tomorrow, but I work from home and I'm not super busy. I just have a couple of clients that I have calls with, but then the rest of the day is pretty much mine. So, and I don't know if I'll end up like wanting to read or if I'll end up trying to work on other things. Like, I want to film another like YouTube video and make some TikTok videos. So if I don't get too distracted with all of that, I think I might be able to read another novella before I get my kids back, because I get my kids back after my oldest gets done from school. So we'll see. This dude is kind of pissing me off. So I got on the treadmill this morning because I haven't done a workout in literal months, like probably 6 months. I know that's bad. But I don't know. This weekend I was thinking about it, and I was just kind of like, have wanted to do some activity. So I don't have any clients until later today. So I was like, that's what I'm gonna do this morning. First thing, it'll be a great way to wake myself up. Anyway, so I'm listening to that audiobook, and this dude is pissing me off. I don't know. For the most part, I'm really enjoying this book. But I have maybe an hour left, and it still hasn't been revealed to the female main character that he has been stalking her for years. And he keeps just saying, like, he made a different profile for her, like, cam girl stuff as, like, this, like, alter ego of him. And she, like, met this alter ego, and she's, like, super enamored by him because he's this, like, dominant person. But then she knows the real him in life, and she thinks that he's just this very sweet, vanilla guy. So that's been revealed that that's actually him, that he does have a dominant side. And, you know, she's all like, oh, this makes him so much sexier. But he still hasn't told her that he's been stalking her for years. And so he just invited her to a Christmas party at the firehouse that he works at. And he mentioned earlier that he was on the scene for her parents' death, like the car accident. I don't know. I have this feeling that that's how it's going to be revealed. Like, one of the other firefighters or something is going to say something about, like, oh, that's crazy that, you know, this guy, like, was on the scene for you, and now here he is. And he hasn't mentioned that to her at all. And I have this, like, sinking suspicion that that's how it's going to play out. And I hate when authors do that. I hate when the characters don't come clean on their own. I hate it when it's some outside factor that pushes them to reveal their secrets, because to me that means that the characters didn't actually do their own growth and learn, which I guess this can be like a catalyst for making them learn from their mistakes. But at that point, it almost seems like it's, oh, you're only sorry and apologizing because you got caught, because somebody else revealed it and you didn't. And I hate that. I'm much speculating on this. I don't know if that's how this is going to go, because like I said, I've got like an hour left of this audiobook. It may not be that way, and I may be just like getting pissed off already for no reason, but that's the vibes I'm getting, and I don't like it. I really thought I would have finished more than I have by now, but I know I need to do another quick update. I'm just trying to get my lunch made really quickly because I haven't eaten a ton today, and I know I'm gonna get hungry, but I have a client call starting in like 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. I hope 15 minutes, because I've got rice going, so I'm trying to make like kind of like a Mediterranean dish. I'm chopping up some tomatoes and cucumbers. I'm gonna do like a salad dressing. I've got chickpeas that I roasted, so I'm gonna do that. But I got side railed because now my kitchen looks like a complete disaster. I found where some mice have been snacking on things in my kitchen, and so that caused me to just go into this, I gotta deep clean everything and figure out what they were getting into. And now I'm gonna have to go to the store at some point this week and get some more like containers, like locked lid plastic containers to put stuff in. It's a whole big thing. So I have finished 2 books. I forgot to mention earlier this morning, yes, I did an update this morning, but I forgot to mention this morning when I did an update that I finished Slaying the Holidays last night, because it was super quick, so I was able to finish that pretty quickly. And then it was okay. It was just so far-fetched, and like she's like has this hots for this dude who's obviously a psychopath and just has these urges to kill people, and she's like trading favors with him to get him to, you know, like, instead of killing people, I'll give you a BJ. And then they all like, and then weirdly she becomes okay with him killing, and it just, I don't know, I don't think it was for me. I've read some of Beatrix Hollow's books before. Lux, I think this is a different pen name from her. And some of them I've enjoyed, like the kookiness of her writing style and kind of like how far out there things are and like unrealistic. But it's been more in like I've read some of her supernatural stuff, and I like that in that context better, I feel like, than this one. This one was just really not my favorite. I didn't really care for it. And then since I've been doing all of this, I got on the treadmill this morning to work out, and I've just been having my audiobook playing while I'm trying to clean up in my kitchen. I finished He Sees You When You're Sleeping, the Alta Hensley book, and that one too, I just don't know how I feel about it. I was enjoying it to a certain extent. I like the cam girl aspect, but I just hate how long it took him to like let her know how long he's been stalking her. And she finally finds out, not from him. She finds out another way, which I knew was going to happen. It didn't happen the way that I thought it was going to happen, but it did still happen that way. And she like freaks out, how I feel like you should, like what I would expect. And then she's got, which again, this is a little bit spoilerly, so I'm sorry. She's got her friend who's just like, Well, that just goes to show how caring he is and how much he cares about you. I'm like, girl, what the fuck? Like, so of course, because I mean, it's a romance between them, so they do get together at the end, but I didn't like it. I don't know. I know us, like the dark romance community, like girlies that like the stalking and stuff. Obviously, we don't want that to happen in real life. But this one just didn't really work for me. I'm undecided how I'm going to rate it. If it's going to be like, it's either going to be a 3 or a 3.5 star. That's what's going to happen. No, it wasn't my favorite. But I did also start probably the last book that I will mention for this vlog, so I'll update a little bit later. It's another novella. It's only 120 pages. I hate opening these. But it's called Krampus Crook. And this girl walks into a bar, and apparently she ends up having a one-night stand with a Krampus person. I really wanted to be able to read this and finish this before I had to go on my client calls, but that's just not going to happen. So I hope I'll have time before my kids get here that I can finish this. But they're already, like, right from the beginning, they're just like flirting up a storm with each other, and there's an age gap. Oh my goodness, y'all. She is 29 and he's in his 60s. I love it so much. Y'all know I love a good age gap, and I love a large age gap. So I'm so excited for this. I'm gonna love this. Like, I already know I'm gonna love this. I want to eat this up. So too bad I actually have to work. But I should finish that today too. And I will let y'all know if it's amazing, because I feel like it's gonna be amazing. So my lunch today is, I don't know if you can see that very well because of the angle of this, but cucumbers, tomatoes, feta. I have some Mediterranean dressing that I'm going to add to it. And then I'm going to put this over rice. I prefer to put it over like couscous. I don't know, but rice is what I had. Over rice. And then I've got some roasted chickpeas that I'm also going to do with it. And it's delicious. I'm super excited to eat it if I actually have time to eat it. I may have to eat it on my call. I gotta go pick up my kid from school, but wowza, this man, this is hot, y'all. This has been really good. I've been quite enjoying this one. It's been really quick too. The banter has been on point for this story. I'm trying to find my keys while I'm talking. And it's just like a one-night stand, but they are both already like obsessed and kind of want more, but they're also like, no, we can't have more. We need to stick to a one-night stand. And it's just, it's hot. It's really hot. And I don't know what it is, but anytime I'm reading a book with like a silver fox kind of character, like a much older male main character, I'm always picturing Wander Algor. Like, that's what's in my brain. I'm loving this. I only have maybe like, I think 30 pages left, so I'll finish this today, like, no problem. Like, it's going to finish. It's been so good. I realized I never closed out my vlog. It is actually Wednesday morning now, and I'm going to be getting my kids up to get my oldest ready for school and then have a day with my youngest. But yeah, so planned on closing out the vlog on Monday, and then got distracted with kids, then had to work. It just, yeah, things happened. But I did finish the Krampus Crook. It was so good. It was so good. It was super quick. It was very spicy. I love the banter between these two characters. It was really good. I have never read that author before, and I kind of want to check out some more of their books and see if I might be interested in them, because I really liked the writing on this one. It was a fun, spicy holiday novella. So I feel like I had a pretty good extended reading weekend since was I able? Yes, I read 4 holiday romances, technically, since like 2 of them were novellas. So that helped a lot, especially with all of my distractions that I had. But I would absolutely recommend the He Sees You When You're Sleeping, the monster one by Emily Antoinette and Cass O'Shire. 100% would recommend that one. That one was really good. The other one, the Alta Hensley one, that one's a maybe. Even though there was stuff that I didn't necessarily care for in that book, I could see where others would still enjoy that one. I mean, it's got a cam girl, it's spicy. If you like more like some like darker romances, although this one, I feel like as far as dark romances go, it was a little bit more on the like lighter side, even though he is stalking her. The Beatrix Hollow, Lux Oleander, that one I probably would skip. It depends on how you vibe with the writing. I was not really vibing with the writing. It was a bit too ridiculous for me. It wasn't my favorite. And then the Krampus Crook, I would definitely recommend that one. Maybe not if you're not really into age gap stories, because there's a huge age gap. It was like 35 years, maybe, something like that. He's like 64 and she's 29. I can't do math in my head. I really enjoyed that one. It was really quick. So I would say yes to that one. But I hope you all enjoyed this vlog. Even if I didn't really do a ton of things in here, I feel like this one is much more of a talky vlog. But let me know in the comments down below if you like this, if you plan on reading any of these, what are some holiday romances that you are wanting to pick up this season. Hit all my buttons, but I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.